The United States federal government needs to substantially increase its diplomatic engagement with the People's Republic of China by the United States ending its commitment to defend Taiwan against any Chinese aggression, and the People's Republic of China in turn is going to say, okay, we'll settle all of our sea and land disputes peacefully instead of going after them aggressively. A little bit of background for this. Right now the United States has the current Taiwan's Relations Act of 1979, which means that we have to defend Taiwan in any case of aggression against China, and that policy is pretty outdated, and we don't need to have it anymore because times have changed since 1979, and we're in a completely different world, and it's just an obsolete policy that doesn't need to be there anymore. Two big reasons for it are U.S.-China relations and nuclear war scare. And so with all that, I'm going to move on to the first reason, which is the U.S.-China relations. So the United States and China are two very big world powers. And so for what reason do we need to be fighting over some smaller nation whenever we can be working together? We don't need to be at odds with each other. It's not good. And it just kind of halts relations. Better relations means more economic activity that's going to be going on. So basically, the better friends that China and the United States are, the more trade that's going to happen, the more money that's going to be going into each of our economies. We're going to be buying and selling, which is really good. And so that's a really big win if this plan passes, which it needs to. And then U.S.-China relations are key to any world problem that's out there right now. Without the United States and China being close together, working together, virtually no problem can be solved. Global warming can't be solved. Energy security can't be solved, and even infrastructure can't be solved unless the United States and China are going to work together. And those reasons are really big of why we need to do this. And if that doesn't get you, nuclear war is definitely one that needs to be worried about, and we need to talk about that. And so China is going to take back Taiwan. There's no doubt about that. They have the power to do so, and their president has already said that, hey, in 3 years, we're going to have a big enough army that we'll take back Taiwan if we have to, if they don't come back to us peacefully. And so, with the United States going to defend Taiwan against them, that's going to be a huge Chinese army against the United States army, which is going to, start a United States-China war, which is only going to end very badly. And that conflict is going to end up escalating to nuclear war because of how big of a war it's going to be. And that just doesn't need to happen between the United States and China. And so this plan needs to pass, and for those reasons, it should.